What's your expected salary per month after returning to China?
My expected salary is 20,000 RMB.
$10,000 per month.
15,000. 20,000.
We can see that international students have high expectations for their future jobs. But what's the truth?
Just about 7,000 RMB amount.
Hello everyone, I'm a graduate student in UNSW. That girl is one of my friends, and she has just graduated from the University of Melbourne. Up to now, she has worked for about 1 year in China.
We know that the current environment is really hard, and there's rare opportunities for fresh graduates to get a better job.
The pictures just shown make us feel that the current Chinese job market is very tight, and the expectations of international students after returning to China are very high. So what are their expectations? I invited a Chinese student from UNSW. Let's listen to her thoughts.
10,000. Well, I think maybe the working environment must be near to my home, and I don't want to do some challenge work. I just want to have a comfortable and common atmosphere.
After a series of explorations, I found that Chinese students not only have high expectations for their future work, but they also see studying abroad as a way to improve their social class. This can be demonstrated by the following factors. According to a paper on how international students choose schools, we can see that school rankings, the spread of college students' reputation, and social and cultural life are positively correlated with the number of Chinese international students. Costs and marketing strategies are negatively correlated with it. At the same time, a research by Li Ping Group and Shi Qingfeng CGYS jointly found that 63.4% of students study abroad in order to find better job opportunities when they return home. In addition, because international students want to have a longer career development, the position of management trainee is being scrambled by them. They just want to spend less time than at home in exchange for a higher degree. So the ultimate goal is still to return to China for good work. According to this report released by LinkedIn, about 84% of Chinese students choose to return to China for work today. Proximity to family is an important factor. There are many extra benefits finding job in China.
After all, they have accepted an international curriculum, and many of their thinking and ideas are less limited than those of domestic graduate students. Secondly, their English proficiency is generally good. Therefore, this aspect is also helpful to the international business development.
In addition, the Chinese government has also provided a number of supportive policies, such as tax incentives, housing subsidies. These policies help to reduce the employment cost of international students and improve their employment competitiveness. There are 100% of people on the admission list of civil servants in Shanghai in 2024 who are international students. But back to the question at the beginning, why is it difficult for international students to find satisfactory jobs?
It's definitely going to be the network. So for some local Chinese students, I know that some of their professors or mentors will introduce many of the job opportunities, but for some studying overseas students, they don't have that channel to know that job opportunities.
According to the survey, the proportion of Chinese students with work experience now accounts for a large part of the group, which leads to the fact that corporate HR will be more inclined to recruit this type of talents than the fresh graduates during the same period. This kind of people is also known as the octagonal warriors. It's a term that is very hot in China recently. For example, if I want to apply for a cultural studies position, my boss expects me to have all 8 of the following skills. But it's often hard to show all of this in one person. To sum up, the difficult employment environment and the high expectations of international students are the two practical problems that overseas students may encounter after returning to China.
Know better about yourself. So I think finding a job is not really necessary things for a person in your whole entire life. The more important thing is like digging out yourself to know what kind of person you are.